Hello, my people. I'm back with another episode. I hope y'all, are having a good day. Today, I bring to y'all Three Dice Soccer League, and I'm heading now. We're in week two, so I'll just give you the quick highlights, scoring highlights in week one. It was really not that much going on, and I was thinking about adding a new feature, and it will be coming with the updated PDF file. Now everything will stay the same. All right, there's not going to be no changes and other things in that PDF file as I did on the first one. Everything will stay the same. Only that I added a new feature, which is for the attack and shooting. So it's called a power shot, meaning that pretty much refers to when a player that has the ball, right, and he's already in the area, in the box, ready to attempt a shot against the goalkeeper. It's up to the player to really make a choice, right? It's optional. You don't really have to use it if you don't want to. Does it have a great benefit? Yeah, absolutely, because power shot, what it means that kind of adding a little bit more of strength and power, to the kicking or or to the heading, to try to put a shot on goal or score, even that. So so what happens in this one in the power shot is that first you have to complete your attack and shooting. So you roll your 3d6 and it's good. This applies for everything. It applies for shot on goal, a normal shot on goal against the goalkeepers, saving roll. The other one's for a corner kick, and also you have to be successfully. You have to make a pass first to lob it inside the area when you're making a corner kick, and then after that, the second time you're gonna go into the attack and shooting and try to roll for the shooting. And if it's complete, then that's when you got to make a choice and be like, okay, I'm gonna go either with a D6 because that's all you're gonna roll. It's one D6 for the power shot. And if not, you decide to just not use it, then you can go with the goalkeeper and let the goalkeeper roll his three D6s and try and see if he can save it. Right now, if you ask me, what is what is the difference between taking a power shot and not taking it? Well, there's repercussions to it because um, in the 1d6 you have to roll a 6. If you roll a 6, let's say that after you completed your attack and shooting, you roll your 3d6 and it's successful and you attempt the shot on goal, then you go ahead and be like, okay, I'm going to take the power shot. So you take 1d6 here and you roll, and if you roll a 6, that's an automatic goal. That will be one goal scored and without the goalkeeper saving it. So the goalkeeper will be excluded, and it was just be like, because when you're using the power shot, anybody that uses the power shot, you pretty much are putting a lot into that kick, or to that header. So you're hitting it with more force, with more power. So making it more difficult for the goalkeeper to stop that shot, to save it. So now, why is there repercussions? Repercussions because if you fail to roll a 6 on when you roll your power shot right here on a 1d6, then that will be a total shot missed, and then it will be a goal kick for the goalkeeper, right? And now, if you just you excluded the power shot out, and you just said, okay, I'm just gonna shoot my 3d6, for attack and shooting, and if it's a shot on goal, you just you go with the goalkeeper and allow the goalkeeper to shoot his 3d6s to see if he can save the shot. And if he makes a save after you made a shot on goal, he still has to roll his 2d6s and see if he can draw a penalty or draw a corner kick, which it will be beneficial for the offensive team that just made the shot attempt and it was saved by the goalkeeper. Now you already know when a shot is missed on the attack and shooting, it went wide, off the goalpost. It's out of bounds and it's a goal kick for the goalkeeper. So That's one thing that, but it's not really a lot. But I mean, if you ask me, what would be my advice? I would advise you, like you'll read it on a PDF file when you open it up on the description box. You'll see that new feature that I added. You'll see it on big, huge black letters, and it says that if you ask me what I would recommend you, I would recommend you. I would highly advise you to not use it too early in the game, or if you have a lead in the game, and you're not trying to go fancy with it. You're not trying to be like, oh, I'm trying to score more goals and I'm trying to be the best team in the league, right, with the most goals scored. Then, well, that'd be a whole different situation. But if you ask me, I wouldn't use it. I would. The only time you can use the power shot, and like I said, it's optional. I'm not telling you that it's a limit or anything. There's no limit. I mean, it's up to the player. It's their favorite choice, their preference, their decision, right? Everybody thinks different. So it's up to you. Now, like I said, just remember. Now, I would advise you. The only time, I mean, I would say the only time to use the power shot is whenever if you see that the goalkeeper is saving all the shots, especially if he's a highly rated goalkeeper, like a 6 to a 14 and above, higher 15 and 16, and he's saving, and you already know he's gonna save every shot that you shoot at him, and there's really no possibility that you're going to score because the goalkeeper is just extremely playing good, and he's blocking all your shots, your shot on goals, and despite that, he's rolling evens, even penalty shots, and he might even save those too. Absolutely, he's going to save them too. That's when you use the power shot, the 1d6, and because remember, if you roll a 6, the goalkeeper is not allowed to use his saving. So this is just going to be you, with the free shot, and see if you can, you're going to hit it with enough power. But remember, if you do not hit a 6 on the power shot, that's an automatic missed shot. It went wide, it went out of bounds, and that will be a goal kick for the goalkeeper. And he's not going to roll no 2d6s. So if, like I said, just use it at the end game, at the, like, I guess the final minutes of the game, when you're desperately trying to get if they're up on you by a goal, or who knows, or you feel like your offense is not playing aggressive enough, that's when you have to just be like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna start using my power shot, my 1d6, and see if I have a high possibility of scoring a goal. Because once you hit a 6 here on your power shot, that's an automatic goal without being saved or stopped by anybody. Now, I was going to tell also Don, because Don made a video, and I highly appreciate that, Don, one of my subscribers, and I'm also his subscriber, his follower too. And I was watching the 3 Dice Soccer League that he did, the recent one that he posted, and man, it was a wonderful, amazing game. I enjoy watching it. I watched it a lot of times on repeat, because it was just a fantastic game. And you did pretty much everything good, Don. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. You did pretty much everything good. Everything was almost on perfection. But the only thing that I wanted to correct you on, because I know you posted on the comment section, and you said that you finally got it on the corner kick. You have to let your midfield, you got to complete your passing when you do a corner kick. And if it's good, you lobbed it in the center of the area, in the goalkeeper's area. And then you go to the attacking shooting, and you got to complete also the shooting to attempt a shot on goal. Once that happens, and that's when you then finally, the final third move, that's when the goalkeeper has to roll to save it, right? And so on. You know how that goes. And that's how it works. Now, on offense and defense, now it's always going to be the midfield versus the defense, right? So in this case, so if the midfielder, it goes for both ways. If the midfielder turns the ball over, and here comes the defense, if they have a successful pass, they can move up to midfield, and the midfield, they go back to defense, right? The other team goes back to defending, and the same thing, and it goes on to the other team, so because I guess Don was confused. He said that he thought that it was just the defense that had to roll all the time, for their, for the turnover and all that good stuff. And then, like I said, when it's the midfield versus the defense, of course they got to roll for their possessions. 2d6s, 3d6s, 1d6, whatever you rated them for. That's what they got to roll for. The goal kick, when the goalkeeper kicks the ball up to midfield, it's the midfield versus the midfield. That's when you got to roll for their possession dices. So um, now for the penalty shot, if you kind of get a little bit confused, Don, and to anybody that's watching this video want to play 3 dice soccer league, on a penalty shot, it's the same thing. You just go automatically to attack and shooting, try to complete your shooting to get a shot on goal, and then the goalkeeper has to roll to save it, right? And it's the same thing for for the penalty. It's just that it goes automatically, right? And when you do a corner kick, first you got to go through 2 phases. You got to first complete the passing on the midfield for the corner kick, and if it's not completed, then the ball goes out of bounds, or either the goalkeeper keeps it, and that's when he kicks it off the midfield. All right, so I hope I got some of those things already cleared up. Now let's go ahead and start this game. And as I'm going, I hope y'all understand how I'm doing it, and I explain the rules a little bit more. More I guess would not go too fast or anything, so y'all would understand. Especially for my friend Don and my friend Jackson, because I know Jackson also loves to play soccer, dice rolling games. Um, Now let's go ahead, and as I'm going, you're gonna see how I'm gonna use the power shot here. All right, and like I said, it's a new feature, and you don't have to use it if you don't want to, but it's an advantage. But it's really risky. It's really, really, really risky, because if you miss, it's a missed shot, and the goalkeeper is not going to roll no 2d6s, of course. He's going to kick it off, to midfield. So let's go ahead and get this game started. So right here, I'm going to start. We have I'm going to go ahead and give you the schedule. The Houston Metros, they tie with the Kansas City Saberwolves 1-1. The Tampa Bay Stormers, they were defeated by the Pittsburgh Iron Knights 1-0. The Minnesota Sporting Lions, they lost to the New Orleans Wild Prawns. It's really not pawns, all right? I'm sorry, I said it on the recent video. It was pawns, like in chess. No, it's prawns, like that big shrimp, because I pretty much say it that way because, like New Orleans, how they cook a lot of Cajun food, and it's really delicious food, especially they're known to really be great professional chefs and know how to really saute and cook some good shrimp, Cajun shrimp. So that's why I put it like that. New Orleans Wild Prawns right there. They beat them 1-0. The Dallas Vipers, they went into a draw 0-0 to the Atlanta Super Hornets in the final game. The Boston Bears, they went into a draw to the Green Bay Golden Owls 0-0. So now we're going to week 2. We have the Kansas City Saberwolves facing the Boston Bears. Then the Pittsburgh Iron Knights, they're visiting the Minnesota Sporting Lions. The New Orleans Wild Prawns, they're going to visit the Houston Metros. That's the game that I'm going to play right now. I know I'm skipping this games right here, but I want to get to this game right here. I want to see how my Houston team will do right here. The Atlanta Super Hornets, they're visiting the Dallas Vipers. And the Green Bay Golden Owls, they're visiting the Tampa Bay Stormers. So let's go ahead and get this week 2 started already. And we're going to play right there in the mid of this week right here. This is, we're going to skip all the way to third game. That don't mean that we're going to simulate the other one. We are going to play each game. We're going to play them physically, but I want to get to this exactly game right here. I want to see how my Houston Metros is going to do against this winning team, New Orleans Wild Prawns. They got to win. They got 3 points in their, in the standings. So let's see how this game's going to turn out to be. I'm going to show you right now the New Orleans Wild Prawns. Their owner, Cino Horn, head coach Jerome Lewis. Look at their ratings. Look at that goalkeeper, 6-14. That's going to be hard to really attack them. Here, the Houston Metros. Their owner is John Green, head coach David Ramirez. And look at those ratings there. Right there. The ratings are all right. They're not all that, but, their attacking is pretty good, 6-13. Their goalkeeper, our goalkeeper is not that great, 6-10. So we're going to have to do our best, see if we can come out with a win. We had a draw against the Kansas City Saberwolves when we visit them over there. So hopefully we can get a win here. But it's going to be hard because we're going against a real tough team like the New Orleans Wild Prawns. Now, their attack and shooting is really terrible. They're a 6 to a 9, but the rest is just completely phenomenal. It's world class, elite team. Let's go ahead, get this game started, ladies and gentlemen. Week 2 here. The New Orleans Wild Prawns, they're visiting our Houston Metros here. Let's see how our Metros will do here. And I'll tell you also how either if I use it or that team use their power shot. We'll see right now. Here we go. The New Orleans Wild Prawns. They call for heads, and they will get what is that? That's heads. So the New Orleans Wild Prawns, they would get the ball first. They win the coin toss. So let's see right here. I'm gonna put oh man, I forgot to put this right here. I'm sorry about that. The New Orleans Wild Prawns. Wild Prawns going against the Houston Metros, our Houston Metros. And we're gonna get to play at home. So this team right here, they're 1-0, and us, we have a draw, so we only have 1 point. And this will be week 2. All right, so let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, get this game started already. All right, so the Wild Prawns are going to come up first. The green die is for the Houston Metros, and the white die is for the New Orleans Wild Prawns. So here we go. We're going to start the game already. New Orleans Wild Prawns, midfield passing, 6 to a 13. They let it go, and this will be an 8-12. Yep, they complete their pass. Well, let's see if the Houston Metros can, let's see if they can defend the pass. Man, I forgot to put the pawns here. I'm sorry. Okay, the white for the New Orleans Wild Prawns, and the green for the Houston Metros. Here comes defending, 6 to 11. 6 to 11. No, they're not going to, man, what happened? They're not going to defend it. So that pass, okay, they started midfield. They're going to go to the attack and shooting, ladies and gentlemen. How many minutes? This was only 1 minute, so early in the game, they already attacking us. 1 minute right here. So here we go. And this is where I'm going to show you an example how they're going to use their D6 right here, their power shot. So here we go. They got to roll 1-6, okay? Oh no, wait a minute. I'm sorry about that. Let me take that back and bring that back. And first, you have to always complete your attack and shooting rate right there before you use the power shot. You first have to complete that. That'll be a successful shot on goal. Here we go. 6 to a 9. Here comes the Wild Prawns. Yep, they miss it. That's good for us. So that's going to be a shot miss because they're really bad in shooting in their offense. Look at that. 6 to a 9. That is not gonna give them anything. So that's in the first minute of the game, early in the game, they take a shot and it's missed. All right. So here we go. The goalkeeper is going to kick it off to midfield. 3D6 to 2D6. This is where the New Orleans Wild Prawns have a lot of good advantage right there. Here we go. And that will be a 7-9 to a 5. Oh my God. So the Wild Prawns are going to take possession. Once again, here we go. The New Orleans Wild Prawns. What are they going to do? 6 to a 13. And this will be a 7-9. Yep, they complete their pass for the moment. Here comes the Houston Metros. Let's see if they can defend it. 6 to 11. And that's an 8. Oh my God, what is going on? We're not defending at all. So they're going to go back to the attacking shooting. All right. How many minutes right here? And that will be 3 minutes. We're already in the 4th minute of the game. And man, the New Orleans Wild Prawns, they're already being aggressive, attacking early in the game. Here we go. Let's see if they can complete their shooting. I hope they don't. Here we go. 6 to a 9, and that will be an 8. Yes, they miss it. That's an 11, and that will be another shot missed. So at the minute 4. That's going to be another shot missed. I think this was the team that took how many shots? Oh yeah, they took 13 shots against the Minnesota Sporting Lions a couple of days ago, and they only had 2 shots on goal. Man, that's unbelievable. Just imagine if they would have really been a good shooting team. Man, this team probably would have got out like at least 3 or 4 goals. That would have blew them out. But here we go. So now it's going to be a goal kick by the goalkeeper to midfield. All right, 3d6 to a 2d6. Let's see what happens here in this one. Let it go, and that will be 11, 14 to a 4. Yep, we already know. And here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. What are they going to do here? Passing midfield, 6 to a 13. And that will be a 5-6. Oh, they just got it. They just got it. So here we go. Here comes the Houston Metros to defend it, 6 to 11. Let's see if they can defend it here. And that will be, no, come on. What is going on with the Houston Metros, man? Their defense is just lacking. How many minutes here? 3 more minutes. We're at the 7th minute. And the Wild Prawns, they're going to move up to the attack and shooting, 6 to a 9. Let's see what happens here. They got to roll a 9 or lower, but not lower than 6. Here we go. Here comes the Wild Prawns. That's going to be, yep, they're going to hit it. Oh, my God. That's an 8. And here we go. This is where the power shot works here. And I'm going to show you how it works. And here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. They're like, man, we're going to shoot this thing with enough power and not allow the goalkeeper to save it. Here we go. They need to roll 6. And let's see. Go! Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I mean about the power shot. You see? They rolled a 6. So that's a goal. And look at that. Oh, my God. They score a goal on us. And that was in the 7th minute, right? Yeah, in the 7th minute. Okay, 7th minute. And that's going to be a goal right there. And I'm just going to put here in parentheses a PS as in power shot. That was a goal by the power shot. So, yep, that's how the power shot works. All right. And if it's not a 6 and you miss it, there'll be a shot miss and then there'll be a goal kick. So there you go. The New Orleans Wild Prawns, they go up on the board first, 1-0. Unbelievable. I cannot believe it, man. And that's what you do whenever, you know, whenever the goalkeeper of the other team, if he's saving all your shots, he's blocking all your shots, you might as well just risk it and roll for the power shot. Here we go. Here comes the Houston Metro, 6 to a 10 in passing. Let's see what they do here. 6 to a 10. And this will be a 5-8. Yep, they're going to complete the pass. But here comes the defense, 6 to a 16. Oh my God, that defense is just great right there. 6 to a 16. That will be a 9. They're gonna defend it. How many minutes right here? That's 6 minutes. So at the 13th minute, they save it. So midfield 2d6 to a 3d6. Oh my God, this is gonna be a long day for the. It's gonna be a long day. A long day here for the Houston Metros. Man. Oh, wait a minute. That's gonna be, oh no, that's gonna be a 10 to a 7. Okay, so here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. What are they gonna do? It's passing 6 to a 14. 6 to a 14. That will be a 9 and a 14. They pass it and they hit their exact number. So remember that rule right there. They move automatically to midfield without being defended. Houston goes back to defense. Here we go. The New Orleans Wild Prawns, man, they're playing some good soccer against us. Here we go, against the Houston Metros. 6 to a 13 in midfield passing. And that will be a 10 right there, okay. He completes the pass, and here comes the Houston Metros. Let's see if they can defend it. 6 to 11. And that will be a 9 and a 12. Oh my God, they're gonna miss it. How many minutes right here? That's gonna only be 2 minutes. So at the 15th minute, and they're gonna move up here to attacking, shooting. Unbelievable. Here we go. Here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. Let's see if they can get a chance here of shooting the ball. Here we go. 6 to a 9. And that will be, oh no, that's going to be a 12. So that will be a shot miss. So at the 15-minute, I'm going to put right here, shot missed. All right, and now the goalkeeper is going to kick it off the midfield. 3d6 to 2d6 right here. Let it go, and that's going to be a 7, a 10, and a 9. Oh, that was close. Well, they still got beaten by 1 on the possession ball. Here we go. The Wild Prawns, once again, they get possession of the ball. 6 to a 13 in passing. And that will be a 9-12. They do complete the passing. Here comes the defense, 6 to 11 to defend it. 6 to 11, no, that's not going to be it. 17, and they're going to miss that defensive play, and they move to the attack and shooting. Here we go. The New Orleans Wild Prawns, what are they going to do here? Shooting, 6 to a 9. As long as they miss their shooting, that's going to be good for us. But we're down by a goal. That is not good. Here we go. 6 to a 9. And that will be a 10. They miss it. That's good. So that's a shot miss right there. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see what minute. Else. Okay, 3 minutes. So at the 18 minute, they took a shot and Wiley missed. Look at all those shots, man. The Wild Prawns are just being super active here. We have not done at all nothing. No, not a single offensive highlight. Here we go. So they kick it off the midfield. Goal kick by the Houston Metros. Goalkeeper, here we go. 3d6 to a 2d6. This will be a 13, of course, 13 to 8. Here it comes. Once again, the New Orleans Wild Prawns. What are they going to do here? 6 to a 13 in passing for midfield. Let's see what they do here. 6 to a 13. And that will be 8-12. Yep, they're going to complete that pass. But let's see if the Houston Metros can defend it. Their defense has really been horrible. They've allowed so many passes in their goal area. Here we go. 6 to 11. That's going to be a 10 and 11. They finally, defend it. How many minutes here? 4 minutes. So we're at the 22nd minute. Here we go, 3d6 to a 2d6. See who wins the ball, battle possession. And this will be a 8 to a 9. Finally, there you go, man. The Houston Metros. It was about time that they won a ball battle possession. Man, we just seen the New Orleans Wild Prawns winning all those possession battles. Here we go. 6 to a 12 in their defensive passing. 6 to a 12, and that's a 10, 11. Yep, they complete the pass. Here we go, the New Orleans Wild Prawns. Their defense defending. 6 to a 16. Let's see what they do. 6 to a 16. There'll be a 9 and a 12. They do defend it. How many minutes? That's 2. Okay, that's 2 right there. Okay. So at the 24-minute already in here in the first half. Once again, we're going for a possession for the battle of the ball. 3d6 to a 2d6 of Houston Metros. Here we go. This will be a 12 to an 8. Yep. That's going to be a possession won by the New Orleans Wild Prawns. Here we go. 6 to a 13 on the midfield. And this will be a 9 and a 13. Oh, they almost hit their exact 13 passing number. They would have went automatically to the attack and shooting. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's actually a 13. It's a 9 and a 13. Wait a minute. 6 to a 13. Yep, they're going to go up automatically to the attack and shooting, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot about it. I thought it was a 14. Nope, but it's a 13 and goes automatically without being in the defended, the pass. They're in the attack and shooting. Here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. They're going to try to attempt a shot on goal. Here we go. And that will be a 12. Oh, they miss it again widely. And that's going to be, what is that going to be at? We go roll. Another one. 4 minutes more. So at the 28th minute, they take a shot that is widely missed. here in this game, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. 6 shots already taken by the New Orleans Wild Prawns. And we're still at the 28-minute. Unbelievable. All right, goalkeeper kicks it off the midfield. He's going to win the ball battle right here. This is going to be a 15, of course, 15-7. Here comes the Wild Prawns. 6-13 on midfield. And that will be, oh man, they missed it. 14, that's a good advantage. This is a good opportunity for the Houston Metros to see if they can move up the midfield. Here we go. 6-12, 6-11. Yep, they're going to move up the midfield after the turnover of the midfield. So, yep, and now the Wild Prawns go to defense. How many minutes in? And that was 3 minutes. So at the 31st minute already here. Here comes the Houston Metros passing 6-10 in their midfield. And that will be a 6 and an 8. Yep, that's a complete pass. Let's see if the New Orleans Wild Prawns can defend it. 6-16. Let's see. 6-16. That will be a 12-14. Yep, they're going to defend it. Here we go. How many minutes? 5 minutes. Okay, so to the 36th minute. Let's play for possession of the battle of the ball. 3d6 to a 2d6 right here. Man, the possession for the Houston Metro is not that good. You can only roll 2d6. And that's the way that I rated this team because I couldn't roll higher. Here we go. And this will be a 6-15. Oh my God, and that's an easy one battle right there for the possession for the Wild Prawns. Here comes the Wild Prawns in defense passing, 6-14. And that will be a 10 and a 15. Oh my God, they get a turnover. Wait a minute, I should have been marked it here. So that's already their second turnover. I'm going to just put it here on the bottom of their respective team names. So that's a turnover, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. The Houston Metros, all they have to do is roll at 6-10, and they can move up to the attacker shooting. This will be a great opportunity for them. Here we go. And that will be a 7. Yes, it is. So they capitalize on the turnover. They move up to the attacking shooting. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. So here we go. Here comes the Houston Metros attacking shooting. They got to complete their shooting. 6-13. And this will be a 13. There you go. They're going to complete their shooting. And let's see. Well, let's go ahead and try that power shot goal. We might want to try it. Let's see. If we hit a 6, it's an automatic goal, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. What's going to happen here? All right. Let's see. They let it go. No, that's a 1 right there. And that's going to go wide. You know, it's going to be a shot missed. So at the 36th minute, that's a shot miss right there. All right. So here we go. Here comes the goalkeeper. He's going to kick it off the midfield. Yep, kicks it off the midfield right there. Okay, kick it off the midfield. 3d6 to a 2d6. And that will be a 9-11. There you go. And here comes the Houston Metros. They're going to win the possession of the ball. Here we go. Midfield, 6-10. 6-10. That'll be a 7 and a 10. Yes, they hit their exact number. They're moving back to the attacking shooting. Once again, how much time already? That's 4 minutes. So to the 40th minute already. Here we go. The Houston Metros attacking shooting, 6-13. To take a shot right here. Let's see. And that will be a 9 and a 12. Yep. They hit their attacking shooting. So here we go. The Houston Metros, they're going to use another power shot right here. All right. Let's see what happens. Here comes the power shot. And then you roll 6. A 4. No, that's going to be a shot missed once again. shot missed. And that was by a power shot. I might as well just put it here on the side, parentheses, PS, you know, indicating that it was a power shot that was missed. Okay, so there you go. We've already used 2 of our power shots, and man, what is going on? Here we go. Let's see. So that's a shot missed. Okay. Now it's going to be a goal kick to midfield. Here we go. Man, pretty decent game here, if you ask me. That's going to be a 16 to a 5. So the Wild Prawns get the possession of the ball. 6 to a 13. Let's see if they can complete this pass. And this will be a 9 right there. Okay, this is a completed pass. Here comes the defense of the Houston Metros. See if they can defend it. 6 to 11. And that will be 7. Yep, they do defend it. 3 minutes. So we're at the 43rd minute. Getting closer to ending the first, going to halftime. All right, once again, they're going to wait for the possession of the ball. 3d6 to a 2d6 to Houston. That will be a 12 to a 6. Okay, the Wild Prawns gets it once again. Here we go. 6 to a 13 in midfield passing. That will be a 9. They complete the pass for the moment. Here comes the Houston Metros. What are they going to do here? Defending 6 to 11. And that will be a 5. They failed to make the defensive play, so they move up to the attacking shooting. How many minutes here? That's already 5 minutes, so we're at the 48th minute, and this might be the last play already. So here comes the Wild Prawns. Let's see if they can complete their attacking shooting roll right here. 6 to a 9 is super low. Let's see. Here comes the Wild Prawns. They're ready to take a shot on goal. This will be a 6. Yes, they take a shot on goal, but wait a minute. Let's say this time they decide not to use the power shot. So they're just going to, allow the goalkeeper to make the save. 6 to a 10. Here we go. They take a shot on goal. Here comes. It's up to the goalkeeper of the Houston Metros to stop it. 6 to a 10 is pretty low. And this is where you got to think about it too. If you're going against a really bad goalkeeper, he could be either a 6'9", 6'10", or even 6'11". Those numbers are pretty low, and he has high possibilities of failing and not saving the shot, the goal. And so that's when you be like, okay, I'm just going to roll. But that's one thing you got to look at before you use the power shot. Power shot is only for goalkeepers that are highly rated, and you feel like they're going to save every shot. You might as well use the power shot. That's just, an advice that I would give you, a recommendation. Here we go. 6 to a 10. Let's see if he can stop it. That's going to be a 9. Yep, that's a save. And the good thing about it, he made the save, and you still have a second opportunity to get another shot because he has to roll his 2d6s. So if he rolls even numbers, that's a corner kick. If he rolls snake eyes or 12, that's a penalty shot attempt. And if he rolls now an odd number, then he'll kick it off the midfield, a goal kick. That's a good advantage that you have there. Besides the power shot is just going to give you, where if you roll a 6, the goalkeeper is going to be excluded out, and that's just going to be you hitting a free shot. And if you roll a 6, it'll be a goal. If not, it's a missed shot, and then the goalkeeper gets a goal kick. So there's a difference, It's pretty risky. So let's see. Now he made the save here at the 48th minute. So it was shot on goal by New Orleans. Shot on goal, and I'll put here GK save. Here we go. This might be the last. Yeah, this will definitely be the last play. Here we go. The Houston Metros goalkeeper. He got to roll his 2d6s. And this will be a 9. Good job by the goalkeeper. He's going to kick it off to midfield. Yep. He rolls in an odd number. He kicks it off the midfield. And let's see if the referee is going to allow the game to continue for probably a minute or 2 more. Here we go. Even is for yes. Odd is for no. And yes, he will allow the game to continue. Only for one more play, I'm pretty sure. So here we go. This will be a 17 to an 8. So here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. Probably the last play right here. 6 to a 13. That will be an 8. Completes the pass for the moment. Here comes the defense of the Houston Metro. 6 to 11. And that will be an 8. Yep, he completes the defensive play right there. Oh, that's 6 minutes right there. So it's been already 9 minutes after the 45th minute right there. They allow the game to go for that long. The referee blows his whistle. That's the end of the game right there, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, the Wild Prawns have a 1-0 lead over the Houston Metros. All right, and now we're going to the second half right here. And what do you think is going to happen in the second half, man? I'm seeing that both teams are playing pretty good. Already 2 shots taken by the Houston Metro, but look at the New Orleans Wild Prawns. They have taken 7 shots already and only 1, 2 on goal. All right, so let's see. Here it goes. So here, the New Orleans Wild Prawns, they won the coin toss. So the Houston Metros will start at midfield. They'll get the second half possession. Here we go. We go back to the 45th minute and start there all the way to 90 and whatever they add. Here we go. Houston Metros midfield passing 6 to a 10. And this will be a 12. That's a turnover. So I'll just put here a little, stick in there for a turnover. Here comes the defense, 6 to a 14. Let's see if they can move up to the midfield. That will be a 12. Yep, they moved the midfield. All right. Here comes, how many minutes? That's going to be 4 minutes. So at the 49 minutes already. Here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. What are they going to do? 6 to a 13. And that will be an 8. They complete the pass. Here comes the Houston Metros to defend at 6 to 11. And that will be a 15, and they missed the defensive play. They move up to midfield. How many minutes? That's only 1 minute, only at the 50th minute. Here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. They're going to try to take another shot here. 6 to a 9. Let's see if they can complete it. 6 to a 9, and that will be a 6 and 11. Nope, they miss it widely. So that's a shot missed right there for the New Orleans Wild Prawns. And that's going to be a goal kick for the goalkeeper for the Houston Metros. So 3D6 to a 2D6. They let him go. Oh no, that's going to be a 9 to a 3. So once again, here comes the Wild Prawns. They get possession of the ball. Here we go. Midfield passing 6 to a 13. And this will be a 5. Oh my God, that's a turnover by the Wild Prawns. That's the 3rd one in the game. And let's see if the Houston Metros can capitalize on this turnover. 6 to a 12 in passing. And that will be a 10. Yep, they will capitalize. They go up to midfield. New Orleans, the defense. Here we go. How many minutes here? 3 minutes. So at the 53rd minute. Here comes midfield, 6 to a 10 for this Houston Metros team. And this will be, that's going to be a, what is it? 11-14 right there. They get a turnover as well on this one. Here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. 6 to a 14 in passing to go back to midfield. And that will be a 9. Yep, they go up back to midfield. How many minutes here gone by? And that's going to be 3 minutes. So at the 56th minute right there, we already there. Here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. 6 to a 13. For midfield in passing, this will be a 9. Yeah, a 9. Another 9 once again. Completes the pass. Here comes the Houston Metro. 6 to 11 to defend it. And that will be a 9. No, that will be a 14. And they failed that defensive play. So the Wild Prawns back to the attack and shooting. How many minutes gone by? That's 3 more minutes again to the 59 minute. Here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. 6 to a 9 to attempt a shot. Let's see if they can attempt it. Here we go. And that will be an 11. Oh, they missed it by 2. And there'll be another wild shot there. It's missed. So at the 59 minute, just going to put here, shot missed. Look at all those shots that New Orleans, the Wild Prawns, have taken. And only 2 on goal. Oh, my God. So here we go. The goalkeeper kicks it off the midfield. Let's see if the Houston Metro can get possession of the ball. The possession is what's been killing them all day. An 12 to 8. Oh, my God. Once again, the Wild Prawns get the possession of the ball like always. Here we go. Here comes the Prawns, 6 to a 13 in midfield. 6 to a 13, and this will be, what is it? An 8. He completes the pass. Here comes the defense, 6 to 11 to defend it. 11, and that will be an 8. Yep, they defend it. How many minutes? It'll be 4 minutes. So at the 63rd minute here already. All right, playing for possession. Here comes. This will be a 7-13 to a 4. Once again, here comes the Wild Prawns. Passing 6 to a 13. And that will be a 5 and a 9. Once again, completes the pass. Here comes the Houston Metro. Defending 6 to 11. That will be a 10. They do defend it. And that is 6 minutes. So to the 69 minute. Here we go for possession once again. And this will be a 14 to a 9. You could tell that the Houston Metros are trying their best to try to get that ball in their possession and trying to go to the attack and shoot. They've only taken 2 shots this whole game. Here comes the Wild Prawns. 6 to a 13. They're passing. That'll be a 10. Here comes the Houston Metros trying to defend it. 6 to 11. And that will be a 10-15. Nope, they don't defend it. They failed that defensive play. The Prawns, they go back to the attack and shooting. How many minutes? And that will be only 1 minute. So at the 70th minute right here, here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. They want to take a shot. 6 to a 9. Here it goes. 6 to a 9, and that will be a 7-11. And they're going to miss another shot right there. So at the 70th minute, shot missed. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, the New Orleans Wild Prawns, if their shooting was a little bit more better, or just like the Houston Metro, 6 to a 13, this team probably would have already had at least 3 or 4 or 5 goals already in this game. You know, if they were using their power shot or they were just going against the goalkeeper, that would be a good idea to go against the goalkeeper and not use the power shot, because the goalkeeper has a possibility, a high chance of 50% chance that he will allow a few goals here. So here we go. The goalkeeper kicks it off the midfield. Here we go. He's going to get the possession of the ball. That will be a 6-8 to a 4. Oh my God. So here comes the Wild Prawns once again. 6 to a 13 in the midfield. And this will be an 8. They complete the pass. Here comes the Houston Metros. 6 to 11. What are they going to do here? They defend the pass. No, that's going to be a 14. And they're going to move back to the attack and shooting. Oh my God, how many minutes already gone by? That's already only 2 minutes at the 72 minute right now. Here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. They want to take a shot right here. 6 to a 9. Let's see if they can do it. 6 to a 9, and that will be 7-10. Oh, they miss it by 1, ladies and gentlemen. Man, so at the 72 minute, That's a shot miss right there. I'm telling you, look at all those shots they have taken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shots already. And they only have one goal. But they're up, 1-0. So here comes another goal kick. He's going to get the possession of the ball, of course. That is the Wild Prawns, 12-2. Here comes 6-13 and passing for midfield. Here comes, oh, that's a turnover. Uh-oh. So here comes that's the fourth turnover for the New Orleans Prawns. Here comes the Houston Metro, 6-12 to capitalize on the turnover. Let's see if they can do it. And this will be a 9-13. Oh, they're going to turn the ball over as well. That's 3 turnovers for the Houston Metros. How many minutes gone by already? 1 minute. Are you kidding me? To the 73rd minute already. Here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. Let's see if they can capitalize here on this turnover. 6-13. And this will be an 8-9. Yes, they do. They go up to the attack and shooting versus the goalkeeper. Here we go. The Wild Prawns. Let's see how many minutes. That's going to be 4 minutes. So at the 77th minute, they're about to take another shot right here. Hopefully it's on goal for this time. Here we go. Here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. 6-9. Come on, you got to hit a 9. Here we go. And that will be a 6. Yes, they take the shot once again. That's only their 3rd shot on goal. That's good for the Wild Prawns. And this is where they're like, yep, they're going to face the goalkeeper. They're not going to want to take their power shot because the goalkeeper, he's a 6-10. That's pretty low right there if you ask me. Here we go. The Houston Metros goalkeeper. He has to stop this shot right here. Save it. 6-10. And that will be, let's see, that will be 8-11. No, he misses it, ladies and gentlemen. Goal! And the New Orleans Wild Prawns, they're going to score a goal right here at the 77th minute. As the goalkeeper, he had to roll a 6-10, and he rolled a 11. And man, now the New Orleans Wild Prawns, they're up 2 goals, 2-0 on the Houston Metros. Unbelievable. Wow, unbelievable. I got to tell you, the Houston Metros are really not showing any signs of trying to come back in this game. So here we go. Here comes the Houston Metros to start at midfield. 6-10 on the passing. That's going to be a 10. And yes, they're going to automatically move up to the attack and shooting. So here comes Houston Metros. How many minutes? Because we're trying to see. That's going to be, 6 minutes. So at the 83rd minute, this is where the Houston Metros are going to try to take a shot on goal. Here we go. 6-13. Here we go. They let it go. That's going to be a 14. No, that is not good. Come on. This is opportunities that you cannot miss. You having great opportunities right there in your face and you're not able to capitalize. That's not going to be good. Here comes. That's a shot miss widely. And this will be a goal kick. Man, unbelievable. Here we go. The goalkeeper kicks it off the midfield. And this will be a 8-11 to a 5. Yep, and the Wild Prawns will get possession at midfield. Passing 6-13. Here we go. 6-13. And that will be a 10 and a 15, and they're going to turn the ball over here. Once again, that's their fifth turnover in the game. Here comes the Houston Metros. What are they going to do here? Passing 6-12 to move up the midfield after the turnover. That will be an 11. Yes, they're going to move up to midfield. Once again, here comes the Prawns back to defense. How many minutes? That's 4 minutes. We're at the 87th minute. Here we go. Houston Metro, they got to hurry up, trying to see. Well, I don't think they're going to come up with 2 goals. The game's about to end. 6-10. Here we go. 6-10. And that will be an 8-9. Oh, they almost hit their exact 10 right there in the passing. They would have moved up the attack and shooting. But they came up short by 1. That's a 9 for the moment. Here comes the defense of the New Orleans Wild Prawns. Is sensational. It's Unbelievable. 6 to a 16. Here we go. Can they defend the pass? That's a 6-8. Yep, they're going to defend it. How many minutes gone by? That's 5 minutes. We already at the 92-minute, ladies and gentlemen. This game's not far from over. I mean, it's close to being over. Here we go. So here comes the Houston Metros. They're gonna play for the possession of the ball. All right. So 3D6 versus 2D6 here. And that's gonna be let's see. 9, 12, 12 to a 10. Oh my God. They were just beaten by 2. So here comes, let me see. So wait a minute. So they got, let's see, they got a turnover? Oh, how was this? Possession of the ball. Oh, okay, got you. So here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. 6 to a 14 in passing from their defense. This will be a 7-11. They complete the pass for now. Here we go. The Houston Metros defending 6 to 11. And this will be a 12. Oh, they fell it. And they're going to go back to defense. Here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. How many minutes already gone by? That's already 1 minute to the 93rd minute. I think this game's about to be over. The referee is ready to blow his whistle to end the game. Here we go. 6 to a 13 for midfield for the New Orleans Wild Prawns. Here we go. And that will be an 8-9. They complete the pass. Here comes the Houston Metros defending 6 to 11. See what they do here. And that will be a 10. Yep, they do defend it. So how many minutes gone by here? Ooh. 6 minutes. We already at the 99 minutes. Already nearly 9 minutes. And yep, the referee says he's going to stop the game. It's already over. That's too much time already. And that's the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. And the New Orleans Wild Prawns, they're going to win this one. 2-0. Unbelievable. Look at this right here. Man, what a game. What a hell of a game. But of course, the Houston Metros just they couldn't do enough to try to come back and try to, tie this game or win this game. Of course, the Wild Prawns were more active. Despite that, their shooting and attacking there is really horrible. It's awful because they're only a 6 to a 9. Pretty sure this right here, all these shots, they would have been they would have got at least 2 goals out of all these shots right here. More, and that would have been 4 goals to none. But it is what it is, Here comes the New Orleans Wild Prawns. They get their 2nd straight win in a row already, ladies and gentlemen. They got 6 points on the standings. They're 2-0, undefeated, and the Houston Metros, now they go to 0-1-1. They got a draw and a loss, only 1 point on the standings. So there you go. That's how the game ends. So yeah, it's a real good game right here, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, just look into that PDF file. I added a new feature called the Power Shot, and you already understood how I explained it in the game. You know how it works. I played it, everything. Like I said, my recommendation, my advice, I'm going to say it one more time. Don't use it if you don't have to. Only use it if you're going up against a really great goalkeeper, a goalkeeper that has a high rating. And it's up to you. Like I said, the Power Shot has a lot of repercussions, has consequences, because if you miss it, goalkeeper is not going to give you no benefit of him rolling the 2D6s. If he rolls it even to grant you a corner kick, or to grant you a penalty shot on a 2 or 12. So just remember that, if you ask me, I'd just rather go and play half of the game, a little bit above half of the game, playing against the goalkeepers. Let the goalkeeper roll his 3D6s and see if he can try to save it. And if not, and he comes up with the save, he still has to roll 2D6s and see if we can get either a corner kick or a penalty shot attempt. Now on the Power Shot, if you, like I said, just use it at the final moments of the game. When the game's about to end and you're down, that's when you want to do use the Power Shot. But of course, you first have to complete your attack and shooting role right there. So if you do not complete it, then that means that was you have to get a shot on goal first before you use the Power Shot, right? You can't just be like, okay, you make a passing on midfield to the attack and shooting and be like, okay, I'm gonna use my 1d6, use my power shot and just roll it. No, it doesn't work that way. You first have to roll and complete your attack and shooting and get a shot on goal, and then you decide. It's up to you. It's optional if you want to use the power shot. If yes or no, and like I said, it has repercussions. So you miss it and you don't roll a 6, that's will be a goal kick automatically for the goalkeeper to kick it off the midfield. And if you allow him to roll his 3d6s and try to see if he can save it, and he saves it, you're still gonna have a second chance opportunity to see if you can get another opportunity to get a shot on goal, right? If he rolls for a corner kick or a penalty shot attempt, and if he rolls for odd, then you already know that's a goal kick. So there you go. Hopefully y'all understood the rules pretty well in this game, and of course to my friend Don over there at Cards and Dice with Don. Man, he really has great content, great videos, not just soccer, but also football, his boxing, card game. He also has racing, baseball, everything. I mean, he's playing everything. Go check him out. Don over there. Go subscribe to him. Go subscribe to my other friend Jackson. He also has some great dice rolling games. Crabs, football. He came up with this new amazing football game. Something I want to try too, pretty soon. And just go out there and check out my other friend Jason Graham too. All his YouTube creators that I just mentioned, they're my friends, my followers, and I follow them too. Just great people, really great people. Especially Don. I want to thank you so much, man. You're always leaving positive comments, always supporting my channel like I do yours, and you always sharing my stuff. And thank you so much, brother. Nothing but over here love and peace, all right? And support. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go, because I gotta go and head to work. Excuse me, I gotta go head to work. Yep, I gotta head to work already. It's already late. So I'll catch you on the next episode, right? And y'all have a great, blessing, and safe day, all right? I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.